With the confirmation of technique-changing outfits that are different from the regular outfits in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, this has made me and many others wonder, will we finally get the technique-changing outfits from the story mode? This actually allows characters to have different super attacks and ultimate attacks that they normally can't have when you play them in a game. A good example is Super Saiyan Goku against Frieza has Super Kamehameha rather than Angry Kamehameha. Teen Gohan Raging Masenko, DBS Future Trunks Heat Dome Attack, and Gohan Black, which is the most unique outfit in the game that also does change the character skills. That's literally what that is. It's a technique changing outfit. Hello everyone, it's me again, Steedoj here, back to more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and this time I just wanted to talk about, yes, since the game devs have finally acknowledged that there are outfits in this game that can change character skills, as well as customization options in general that can change skills, I'm hoping they'll actually end up doing it for DLC 2, because DLC 2 is seeming very lackluster. Even they surely must know it's pretty lackluster. Even when Xenoverse or Fighters has pretty empty DLCs, or DLCs with the least hype of characters, they usually add something else to it, such as an update to, you know, arena battle mode with Dragon Ball Fighters, or maybe even just a different, like, raid altogether. Maybe new customization options, like adding more colors to the characters in the game. And Xenoverse 2 always add some quality of life stuff, or just a new transformation like Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God, etc, right? For example, we had a DLC with Blue Evolved Vegeta, Super Saiyan God Vegeta, and Rebrand. Not exactly the most exciting thing, especially when we already got DBS Gogeta in the game and DBS Broly. So at that point, Super Saiyan God Vegeta isn't that hype, and no one's ever liked Evolution Blue Vegeta, and nobody likes Rebrand. So the best they could get away with was going, hey, let's just add a new God form to the game. That'll satisfy the fan base. And I'm hoping Sparking Zero takes that same initiative into account, because keep in mind with this DLC, 4 of the 8 characters is just Vegeta. Goku is getting one Super Saiyan form, not Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan 4, which is weird because when would be the best time to add Goku Mini, Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4? Probably this DLC, because in the next DLC, he'll get outshined by his adult forms Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4. So that makes absolutely no sense that they're saving his 3 and 4 for the next DLC. And it makes it so that the only character people are going to play in this DLC for like the first few days is going to be Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. No one's going to play Pansy, no one's going to play Ku, no one's going to play Glorio, and no one's going to play SSJ Daima Goku. Maybe a few people play him because he's the main character, right? But it's going to be so short because he's got like 2 super attacks? 2 new super attacks. One of them is going to be Kamehameha, one of them is going to be a melee super, and then the other one is going to be the ultimate used on Tamagami 3, which is admittedly cool, but like that's it. So the customization feature has to go a long way for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. A good example is, look how far it goes for the story. When the story doesn't want you to use specific moves in a fight, for example, early Goku should have Spirit Bomb as his ultimate attack, but they take away Spirit Bomb from him and give him Super Kamehameha instead. Because why? It's a believable ultimate attack. Goku has already done Super Kamehameha before. First time he did it was against Piccolo Jr. in the World Tournament. So if Goku did another Super Kamehameha, that wouldn't be weird. Gohan doesn't do Father-Son Kamehameha against the Cell Juniors or against Perfect Cell the first time he fights, so we'll change his ultimate to Raging Masenko. There are times where they get it wrong, such as Super Saiyan 3 Goku having Dragon Fist against like Boo and stuff like that, but you know, they probably didn't want to just port Super Kamehameha onto every preset of Goku because it was already on his base form and then his SSJ1, and it's his SSJ2's natural ultimate attack. So they probably just didn't want to do the same for Super Saiyan 3 by having it be there. But there's so many instances of characters having different moves, man. Like, if a character doesn't use like a certain attack, for example, Trunks in the Tournament of Power, he's not allowed to bring a weapon, so he can't have any of his sword skills. They change his ultimate to be a Heat Dome Attack instead of Burning Slash. You know, I think stuff like that is actually extremely cool. Even in the Goku Black arc, before he gets you know, Sword of Hope, his ultimate attack then is Burning Slash, the same move he used to finish off Mecha Frieza. Stuff like that is undeniably extremely cool, and it's such an easy feature to just add those as extra costumes for the character. A good example is Android 18. Android 18 is in the game. She's the only character in the entire game, I believe, that if you buy an outfit for her, it changes one of her super attacks, and that super attack is Destructive Disc. Now, that's such a weird thing to add to the game if you don't plan to do it for literally any other character. So I imagine at some point we're going to be getting these other versions of our favorite characters playable in the rest of the game. Because it's just weird. Android 18 is the only character in the whole game that you could change the skills for, other than Daima Goku that they're literally adding like right now. So it took Dragon Ball Sparking Zero 7-8 months to add their second character who you could change super attacks on. That's just weird. So I imagine that they're going to release all these other ones eventually at some point. But I mean, Gohan Black is the easiest example. He's literally a character he's literally exactly Gohan if you check with files. The only thing that's different now is that his outfit is different because of his technique switching costume. His outfit is different and therefore his moves are different. But instead of it being like one move like Android 18 or, you know, a few moves like with Daima Goku, it's his entire moveset, right? Even his Potential Unleashed has a different key color. His transformation dialogues are different, right? Miracles can happen. His line's all different. His key color is different. His attack animations have like different like energies coming out with them. You know, his super attacks are different, his ultimate attacks are different, and I do believe this affects both his base form and his transformation. And this all came about because of one outfit. He has one outfit in the game that you can't play, and it changes his entire moveset. That's just extremely cool. And since we're on the topic of technique-changing outfits affecting character transformations, since they can affect more than one stage of a character, I'm surprised we don't just have more in general. Like, we don't have any technique-changing outfits that give, like, Final Flash as an ultimate attack to, like, DBS Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I don't have any issue with Final Explosion as an ultimate attack. I think it's very cool, especially the fact that he goes Blue Evolved. But there are just times where you don't want to lose, like, 50% of your health for a move that might not actually hit the enemy. I would just prefer if he had Final Flash as an ultimate attack. This might be the reason why they never did Dragon Ball Super Vegeta's story mode, because they just didn't want to make Final Flash an ultimate attack for him. Think about it. If they did the DBS Vegeta story mode the same way they did the DBS Goku story mode, because Vegeta's story mode ends at the Buu Saga for some reason in this game, which is really bizarre. It's because they would have had to, you know, give him a second ultimate attack. But can't you just port the Final Flash over from Cell Saga Vegeta or Buu Saga Vegeta? The same way you ported Super Saiyan 2 Goku's Kamehameha onto every other Goku's ultimate attack. I don't understand why that's so difficult. Sparking Zero has such extremely weird, bizarre design choices that just make no sense. Because let's be real, Vegeta should have Final Flash as an ultimate attack at Super Saiyan Blue. At some point, he should have had that as an ultimate attack. The only reason he doesn't have it is because they would have had to give him it in the story mode, so they cut out the entire Dragon Ball Super story, probably just for that. And let's be real, it's just for that. Because Sparking Zero makes some of the weirdest design choices ever. Like, for example, Frieza, of all characters, doesn't have a technique-changing moveset, even though the model for DBS Frieza and Z Frieza is exactly the same. Like, dudes, just give me the moves that Final Form Frieza has on DBS Frieza. Or give me DBS Frieza's moves for Final Form Frieza. I don't give a give me Death Slicer for Golden Frieza. Give me Death Slicer for DBS Frieza. It's not like he forgot the move. I should be able to just have a costume for that. It wouldn't even take any extra effort. Just port the animation from Full Power Frieza to his Final Form model, and that's literally it. Because his DBS model and his Z model is the exact same. It would require almost zero effort. This isn't like Vegeta. Or hell, even Vegito. Like bro, oh my god. Imagine if you could just give Vegito one of his earlier Ki Blasts, right? Because Vegito's version of Kamehameha, his God Kamehameha, Vegito Blue's God Kamehameha, is one of the slowest beams in the game. Just like GT Goku, his animation is way too long starting up for the blast, so it's just way too damn slow. If you could take his Big Bang attack from Super Vegito, or his like Big Bang cannon from like base Vegito, that would be way more convenient. Hell, let me get his version of Super Kamehameha, where he does like a backflip before he shoots the Super Kamehameha. That's cool as hell, you know? Future Gohan with Father Son Kamehameha, just like how Xenoverse 2 like referenced. Like, bro, oh my god, that'd be so cool, man. That'd be so cool, but for some reason, they just don't want to do any of this. Keep in mind, this is a Tenkaichi game. This is supposed to be a game that has what-ifs and stuff like that, but it seems like they want to do the least what-if content possible of all time in this game specifically. It's just a really weird thing that Sparking Zero does, but I'm hoping that when they see and mention the technique switching costumes, they actually remember that they do have these in the story mode, because again, they tend to forget these things a lot. I hope they do actually remember that they have these in the story mode, and it would literally be free content that would make people play the game for so much longer. Because if you drop Gohan Black right now, I promise you Gohan Black solo would be more hype than the entire DLC 2. I'm being extremely serious when I say this. I think he would be more hype than the entirety of DLC 2. People, again, I don't mind because I love Dragon Ball Daima, right? But people don't really like the Dragon Ball Daima characters in their kid forms, which is why I was suggesting they need to add Super Saiyan 4 Goku Mini, because at least that's a new transformation. That'd be a new form that would get people to actually buy the DLC and want to play the game for longer. But if they don't add that, then honestly, Gohan Black alone would be more hype than the entire DLC. Like, straight up. I don't want to spend too much time like ranting and talking about these stuff, but you guys can see why Sparking Zero is such a contentious game, because it feels like there's a lot of objectively correct options they can make, and they just haven't done it yet. And it feels like they're saving it for paid DLC stuff later. Again, they told us that we'd be able to get, you know, the ability to change our key options and our key colors, but the only thing they've added is the V-jump key, which means obviously the other keys are still coming, but why is it taking so long? The same way how the technique switching moves are taking way too long. Beast, not Beast, Beast Gohan Black would be insane actually, that would be extremely cool. But the same way how Gohan Black is taking way too long to drop and all these other what-if special variants for characters, it's just weird, it's just weird. Sparking Zero, it's not like they're not going to do these things, they're just taking too long. But I think that's a great place to end the video. Again, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then obviously, again, please leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe, as it greatly supports the channel. And don't forget to leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next. And let me know, well, again, what is your guys' favorite part of the video? Which what-if character or what-if move from the actual game do you think should be applied to a different character? A good example is, maybe we could see, you know, Bros Kamehameha from Adult Gohan, but this time it's the whole family. It includes Goku as well. It includes Goten, you know, like just like the Broly movie. But again, you guys let me know what you would want to see in the comment section down below. I think that's a great place to end the video. I do love you all. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time, fellas. Take care and peace.